Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Right on, writers, and welcome first-time viewers to the Books by Adrian author platform. Sorry for my slur, I can't talk today, I'm a little nervous. I'm an author and YouTube content creator. My debut novel, Mythic Shadow of the Spark, is in the editing phase now, and will hopefully be in stores later this year. It is a murder mystery set in a sci-fi fantasy world and kicks off an epic series, and if that's something that appeals to you and you would like to support that project and someday read it, please hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell, and those are the easiest ways to support this project right off the bat. Leave a like on the stream below. If you're catching up on this on the rewatch, please leave a comment down below letting us know what your best experience with networking was. Consider getting involved in the community. Sign up for the newsletter for updates on the novel, announcements about the platform, exclusive perks coming soon, that kind of thing. The Patreon community is in full swing as well, so head over there if you would like early access to YouTube videos, exclusives like full unedited versions of my Breaking Bad commentaries, and other little like surprise goodies as they come and go. Today's comment of the week comes from Sylvie Minkin, who says, I'm going to actually read the full version over here because I edited it for length over there. I don't think Wainwright, in regards to a character in Blind Spot, gets the respect he deserves. I picture a soldier that won't stop no matter what gets in his way. For me, he is a kind of hero. Not like Harriet, but he is a throwback hero who won't quit and won't take shit from anyone. You know, like a Marine. Thank you very much, Sylvie, for that comment. If you don't know what Sylvie's talking about here, she's referring to characters from Blind Spot by Kent Shawn, which was just we've just finished reading in the Tuber Book Club. So if you'd like to join in on the next book, signups for the book club are currently open. The club members get a chance to vote on what the next book will be. Polls are going on right now for that. We'll see what we're going to be reading next month. I've been looking at the poll several times a day, and for updates and stuff, and the results. It's been kind of a wild ride. I don't want to necessarily spoil, because it's not over yet. So I'm just going to tell you what's going on behind the scenes because it's just so much fun. Tracker and Nightmare Tenant have been battling it out from the jump. Tracker took the lead very early, and then Nightmare Tenant, what's it called? Tied up with Tracker, and ever since it's just been a battle for first place. Like, one will get ahead and then the other will catch up and then will get ahead, and I'm just watching it happen. Like, it's just so fun. So signups for the book club are currently open. The links are down below, of course, and I can't wait to see who ends up winning in the end. I'm excited to read both of those books, so I'm happy either way. This, along with all the other links I've mentioned thus far, are found in the description downstairs. Don't forget to leave a comment on any video on my channel for the chance to be the next comment of the week. Lastly, if you'd like to show some financial support for the publication of Mythic Shadow of the Spark, but can't afford a monthly Patreon membership or anything like that, I encourage you to explore the Books by Adrian online store. I actually had it queued up, and then, like a dummy, I dropped it. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and share it right now. All right, so here we go. If you go over to the Books by Adrian online store, again, everything is linked downstairs, of course. You'll see some pretty cool stuff. Some of the older designs from before the rebrand, and then some logo stuff. Stop the spread, because I know Richard is in the chat somewhere. Chat, we're gonna get to you soon. We got this awesome hoodie that I'm wearing right now, and I love it. It's very, very cozy, very warm, and just very, very soft, very comfortable. I like to just wear it around. Some mugs. The Tuber Book Club mug is brand new. I made that for you guys, so go check that out. It'll hold your coffee or whatever warm drink you like to use when you read, or if you're, looking for something more, beery, maybe. I got one of those for you too. I got a Write On Writers slogan thing going on here, and then one little design for the upcoming novel. It's not like our final design or anything. It's just the title and our planet logo here. But I hope that you guys will continue to check it out, even if there's nothing out that jumps out at you right now. I'm going to be adding a new item, at least one new item every week from here on out, and hopefully much, much more than just one item a week. So we'll have some stuff going on in there. Right now, we still have the discount code BLINDSPOT going on through the Tuber Book Club. So it gets you 20% off anything in the store. Links down below. Go check that stuff out. All right. Chat, I promise I'm about to get to you. You guys are hopping. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Okay, so enough of the business. Let's get into it. Today's episode is going to be a special one, and you'll see why in just a minute. Please label any questions you have for our guests with a big Q so I can easily find them and put them up on the screen. About our guest, an author with a book coming out this year and a YouTube AuthorTube platform, right? Let's go ahead and bring out our guest for the day. Help me to welcome it's me. Minutes before the show began, I got a message from our scheduled guest, Lauren Adele. She had some sort of family emergency come up and she wasn't going to be able to make it. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully everything turns out okay. We wish her the best, and we will reschedule her for season 5. Unfortunately, she will not be here to talk networking with us. It's going to be me today. We're going to talk networking as much as you guys want to. You can ask all the questions you want in the chat about networking, or you can ask questions about me and my book. And as long as I don't spoil anything, I'm going to tell you guys anything I can to hype up this book, which is currently in the edit process. Okay, so I hope I didn't pull the rug out from anybody. I'm just trying to make light of a situation that would normally have me spiraling with anxiety. But I have to focus and remind myself that I'm not the one going through a crisis right now. Somebody else is. So I'm just going to, pull it together. Let's do this. We're going to have fun. It's going to be great. Okay, so let me throw my thing up here. Boom, boom. Throw my thing up. I'm sorry. Whoo, that was a bad one. Okay, love your intro. I need to step up my game. Everyone needs to step up their game, including me. Always step up your game. Don't wait for somebody like me to show you up. Aloha. My greeting is like my pizza. You son of a bitch. First out the gate. What the hell, Richard? All right. Adrian's graphics are dope. What a pro. Thank you very, very much for the kind words. Oh, come on. Barrett, here nice and early. What's up, bro? Hello, hello. Everybody's getting to know each other. Okay, I'm going to skip that a little bit. What's going on down here? Glad to catch up. Yes, yes, yes. Richard's here. Ginny. Hello, Ginny. Hello. So good to see you, Ginny. Vote for Nightmare Tenant, please. Yeah, we've got the Tuber Book Club going on right now, guys. And you know what? I gotta say, man, we jumped from 17 members to last time I checked 34 in like a week. So and as much credit as Richard Holiday deserves for his campaigning and bringing people to it, there are others signing up as well. I see you all in there. So thank you so much for signing up. Continue to sign up. I'm not going to close the signups this time around. I'm going to keep them open indefinitely from here on out. You can join the Tuber Book Club anytime you want. It just, your sort of perks begin from there forward. You know what I mean? It's a thing. All right, here we go. Jenny, hello. This is so exciting. What's exciting? Oh, okay. Waiting for my husband to get home. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to your husband. Was hoping they let him out early, so sitting here all dressed up, but he's not getting up for another hour. All right. Well, you're more than welcome to lurk and interact as much as you can and like to. Happy birthday, husband. Happy birthday, husband. Yes, it is a great book. And it's my first time running a book club, so I'll admit to a little, bit of a learning curve to these first, couple episodes. But you know what? I'm getting it together. It's going to continue to get better and better. Y'all know how I do. Okay, let me see what else we got here. I don't understand how I can love you so much and disagree with absolutely everything that comes out of your mouth. Surprised myself with that one. Okay. All right. So I got some questions from Barrett. I'm going to skip those for now. First of all, I think that they were for Lauren. Sorry, Barrett. And secondly, I'll try to answer the ones that I can anyway. And let's see. I'm going to skip the questions for now because I just want to make sure that I say hi to everybody. RC, I don't know if I said hi to you already. What's up, dude? All right. We got a lot of new comments. This thing is moving. All right. I'm going to have to star the questions and move on. All right. So, yeah, we're kind of winging it today, guys. We're kind of winging it today. This music is depressing, isn't it? We need to change this freaking music. I wish that we could upload our own background music. It sucks that I just have to choose between whatever StreamYard has. Hopefully, they're going to get on it. Is that better? That's not better. All right, yeah, that's better. All right, yeah, let's go. Okay. Whew. All right, first thing I want to do is look over at the poll. It looks like nobody cares about asking for what they need. It's all about sparking conversations with strangers and assigning and keeping to deadlines. Very interesting. I'm not going to end the poll just yet because we're just getting started. I'm interested to see in the progression of the polls. In fact, while I have you guys, and we were just talking about Tuber Book Club, and before I get into your questions and everything, let me go ahead and take a quick peek at how many members the Tuber Book Club is currently up to. Let's take a look. All right, so we're still at 34 like last night, but 34 is mighty. It is mighty. And on that note, let's find out how many of those 34 have voted for the next book, because I believe there are still some who have not voted. Where is it? All right, here we go. No, that's not it. Did I skip it? There it is. Got it. All right, response is 24. Okay, so if you are in here and you are in the book club and you have not voted for the next book club book, there are at least 10 of you who have not voted. Check your email. If you do not have the link in your email, please let me know. I will resend it to you. Oh, excuse me. Okay. All right. Jenny voted yesterday. Good. Very good. Dating for masochists. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have the person who was going to talk all about networking here. I was going to ask the questions. Now I have to answer them. I'm in the hot seat. All right, let's go ahead and get into the questions here. I'm going to scroll on up and find the first question. Here we go. All right, so that was for Lauren. Okay, I can answer this one about me. So in addition to the novel that I have coming out, again, hopefully later this year, I will also be putting out a short story for free before that book comes out to my newsletter subscribers. Wow. To my newsletter subscribers. And I will have a novella, a long short story, coming out after the first book comes out. Between the first book and the second book of the main series, there will be a novella in between. That's the plan right now. That novella will take place in universe, but not in the current timeline of my story. Heyo. Do you have a favorite character? Okay, so you know how like people who love Game of Thrones, when you ask them who's your favorite character, they have to go, well, obviously Tyrion is the obvious answer, so let's not count him. He's obviously the best character in the series. We're gonna just assume that he's up there. And my next favorite is da 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 da. So in my book, it's kind of like that. It's everybody's favorite to read, and my favorite to write is Faye, the hippie witch character, and that's just kind of a given. So that aside, my new favorite character to write is Harley, who is the younger sister of one of my main characters, the male lead. His younger sister Harley is just this like spunky, bratty, but brilliant, badass chick, and I just like writing her a lot. I also like writing the bad guy, the serial killer. Are you self-publishing or traditional, and why? Self-publishing with leaving options open, because, you know, you never know. I networked last night. I was at a gathering and I sold a book and got a few more followers. It helped that it was a male adult show and my book is romance. Congratulations, Ginny. I'm glad it went well. Good use of networking. Next question. When networking, how do you signal to someone their breath is nasty as fuck? I have this curse that is also a blessing, and that is that I'm not always aware of what my face is doing. For example, I drive the shuttle at work to pick up and drop off the pilots who stay with us overnight, and you know, I forget when they're talking amongst themselves that I can see them in my rear view, which means they can see me. And so they're talking amongst themselves. I'm supposed to be minding my own business, but somebody says something absurd and my face shows that I think that whatever it was absurd, and then they'll laugh knowing, and it gets awkward. So it's this thing that often puts me in situations where if somebody's breath is nasty as fuck, for example, I might not be able to control my, you know, they'll get the idea. So, you know, you can just choose to turn off your filter and just be a little, you know, a little honest with your actions. And maybe words won't have to speak for you at all. Worst advice, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. When networking, if you're gassy, Barrett, what is it today? What is the most appropriate method of excusing oneself? I always You know, I always exercise as much control as possible in order to release what I like to call silent but deadlies. And so then the game becomes acting like everyone else, like it wasn't you, and just, perpetuating the mystery of who done it. Everybody loves a good who done it. Entertain the folks. I have a weird feeling they are, Richard. Let me see here. Do we have another question? I don't think I see one. Okay, I think I'm caught up with questions. Let's get caught up with whatever else we're talking about in the chat. Let's see here. Dating for masochists. Yes, I saw that one. There are no wrong opinions. There are mine and yours, which aren't right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Colin is great. Of course he is. What triggers a recount? Asking for all my friends on the poll because it is legit all my friends on the poll. Yeah, I think it is. Well, that's kind of the point, isn't it, Barrett? That's kind of the point. Let's see. Hey, thanks, man. Not yeah, see? Bran Stark chapters in the books are some of my favorite chapters. Because his chapters are all steeped in lore and mythology and magic and history, and that's all the stuff that I eat up, man. So his chapters are the best. Adrian, did you see if the Kennys were free? Yeah, they're gonna be mad if I don't ask them, aren't they? So, okay. I do have a plan. So my plan is this. In an effort to, do what I should have done from the start, I am maintaining the focus of Livestream Sunday on the guests and their journey and their career and all that kind of stuff. And then any craft talk usually comes from the chat asking craft related questions. Typewriters Podcast was always intended, and now from now on will be more focused on the craft side of things, because it'll be me and the guest, and we can just kind of talk a little more freely and get into all the specifics. And what we're gonna do is there's gonna be a way soon for you guys to submit questions for the guests after Livestream Sunday has, well, no, because that I record that right after, so it would have to be before. I'll figure out a way for you guys to ask some questions that I will store and ask during the taping of Typewriters Podcast. But all of that to say is that we're going to focus more on craft there, and more on the person here. I am too. I got to read part of it many moons ago. And the part that you have read has changed a bit. Not dramatically, but it has. I think, other than the prologue, which never changes much, little tiny tweaks here and there, everything else has changed quite a bit. So you're going to have a whole new experience, chapter 1 forward. Thought he meant the space shuttle. I'm confused. I'm missing something here. At Barrett, you can always put your logo on the mints and Tic Tacs. For the breath. Martin, welcome. Hello, buddy. Hello. Jenny Noble for the win indeed, man. She nailed that one. The space shuttle was discounted over a decade ago, Richard. Discounted. Can't read. The good old days. All right, let me see here. I find when I'm anxious, I usually lean into ridiculous humor. This is my version of helping. I appreciate that. That's what I was trying to do is be like a, ha, it was funny. Please match the fart emoji. Make the fart emoji and everyone loves a whodunit version. Done, bro. Done. I'm going to put that on everything. I'm going to make a cute little design. Everyone loves a whodunit. You're a genius, Barrett. 20% off in the store. Remember, expect a design up by tomorrow. Yeah, butt stuff. I get it. Oh, that's not for me. Interpretive dance. All right, let's see here. Last week's podcast wasn't about craft. It was about Colin overthrowing the monarchy. Last week's podcast was the last hurrah for the old way. No, it's still going to be fun and laid back. It's just going to be, the questions and conversation will be more geared towards craft. Except when the, people like the Brit Pack come on and freaking hijack the place. I feel way behind. Went to fill the wheelbarrow with wood, which is interesting when you're wearing a dress. Maybe. Yeah, that sounds like the starting of, like a disaster story. I'm curious if anyone has any conventional ways of networking. Unconventional ways of networking. Unconventional is an interesting question these days, isn't it? Because with the advent of the internet, I don't know that anything can be unconventional anymore. There's just so many ways to go about it, right? So, if anybody in the chat has answers to this question, unconventional ways of networking. These days I'm doing a lot of networking straight up on Instagram, and perhaps once upon a time that would have been considered unconventional. Now it's very normal. So yeah, I'm not sure about unconventional. I tend to reach out on Instagram or by email if that appears to be the person's preferred way of contact. I'll email them, or I will hit them on Instagram if possible. I'm seeing a lot of people coming to me on Facebook now, so I'm going to try to get a little more momentum going over there. But for the most part, I don't really reach out to people on Facebook. I reach out on Instagram. There's something a little bit more, I don't know, Facebook always felt very personal to me. It's supposed to be you, what represents you as a person in the world. And Instagram, at least, for creatives like ourselves, it's a little bit more about business, about, promotion and network and marketing and networking. So I don't know. Also, this seems like a fantastic conversation. I'm going to have to, yes, please come back and watch everything you missed. That's not for me. Hey, Jenna's here. Hello, Jenna. Thank you for dropping a like. Yes, please leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe, or else I'll get ya. Okay. About I was amazed and scared to learn Richard actually can drive. Can he though? Just because he hasn't killed you in his car yet, does that really mean that he can drive? I remember thinking that I could drive when I was much younger. I remember thinking I was a really good driver, and then I became roommates with this dude who is now one of my longest running friends, Tom Kenlin. And that motherfucker couldn't drive, and he taught me some stuff. He was like, you need to learn about drifting, you need to learn about all this stuff. He taught me a bunch of stuff that really, really helps on the highway, to conserve gas, gain speed, using the wind currents and stuff to your advantage. I learned a lot about all that stuff from him. He's a hell of a driver. Certainly easier, of course. Certainly easier. It's the way to do things now. I mean, certainly post-pandemic. I don't know. Leaning into online networking, being around the humans again seems scary. Yeah, man. I don't want to breathe your breath. Tomorrow is my first commute on my new e-bike. Let me know how that's what that's like, buddy. Unconventional for me, I have a friend who is doing craft shows, and she makes baskets to sell, adding my book with all my info included. Oh, I see. Very cool. Very cool. So, including your product in someone else's product. Genius. Like, let's call that the Easter egg method. I like it. I traded in a summer of in-person signings for what? For a reason. Oh, traded in for a reason. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's see here. The chat is moving. I'm so glad you guys are here and that I don't feel alone today. My first car accident was hitting a pedestrian. Yeesh. Yikes. I have never hit a pedestrian. I have been hit by a car. I was a pedestrian that got hit by a car once. I feel like light is a little too bright. What do you guys think? A little too harsh? Let's tone that down a little. Jesus. Yeah, I was on my bike and some dude was turning into an apartment complex as I was passing the entrance. And just, hit me. Oh, and also I have been in several car accidents before meeting Tom Kenlin. None since. I crashed on my driving test. Oh, no. I told you, man. Just because he can get you from point A to point B doesn't mean he's a good driver. Yeah. That was for Barrett. I didn't pass that time. Yeah. Of course not. Of course you didn't pass that time. I was 16, thought I hit a deer until I saw a purse and hush puppy shoe on my car. Oh my God, Barrett! What the hell? What is going on today? Are you on medication? Are you sure you should be confessing to so many crimes? And you're... She survived. It was awkward because we went to the same church. But yes, she recovered after suing my insurance within an inch of its life. Yeah, I bet. Jeebus. Well, we all make mistakes. Grow and learn from it, Barrett. I hope you're a much better driver now. It's like that movie with Keanu Reeves, the bus that couldn't slow down. Because she was jaywalking, not in an intersection. But that insurance slapped back until about 4 years ago. Yeah, I hear that, man. Not a single fatality. Yeah, not for me either, you knucklehead. That doesn't mean you're a good driver. Speed. I've never hit a pedestrian. Adrian interviewed for his job. First of all, it's not my job to pick, like, I'm not a driver. I work at the front desk of a hotel, and occasionally I drive the shuttle to help out. Dick. I believe that's the name of the movie. Yes, it is. Sucked way worse for the lady I mowed down. Yeah. Wait, what? Is that another one? Dude, what is going on? Today's off the rails. Barrett, I'm begging you, stop. I haven't watched The Simpsons in ages. I should probably catch up on episodes I've missed. That was a great show. I must have missed some Simpsons reference. Sorry, AJ. This is once again all about you. Yeah, it's okay. Picking pilots up from airports is your house. All right, take it easy. 20 points. Oh my God. All right. So, oh yeah, the plan that I brought up earlier that I never finished. I was talking about Typewriters Podcast being more about the craft. I was gonna say that my plan for today was to offer the opportunity for you guys to join me in the Typewriters Podcast, like actually and you guys ask me, or we just discuss in general about craft. Um, just because I never really talk about that kind of stuff myself. Yeah, yeah, if you will. Did I say if you will? All right. I am going to end the poll. Let's take a look at the results. Let's see what's going on in there. How's everybody feeling about their networking skills? Let's take a look. 8 votes. My. All right. Creating the banner. Boom. 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 Excuse me. All right. Sparking a conversation with strangers with 62%. Assigning and keeping to deadlines with 25%. And asking what you need, 12%. 8 votes in total. So, sparking a conversation with strangers. Let me tell you guys something. He's going to be on the finale of this season now. The good sir Tim Hickson. He runs the channel Hello Future Me on YouTube. Excellent channel. If you are into writerly things, literature, storytelling, character, world building in particular, he's very, very well versed in. His channel is fantastic. If you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, 60% of his content involves Avatar: The Last Airbender. So check it out. He now has an audience of over 900,000 subscribers, and I was initially terrified to reach out to this gentleman. He is not only a stranger, but in my eyes, a famous stranger. 900,000 subscribers, that's a famous person. So, I drafted up an email, obsessed about it for about an hour or so, made it as good as possible, and emailed him. And he emailed back with like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Sometimes all you got to do is ask. Tell them about yourself. Tell them about what you do. Tell them about what you enjoy about what they do. And ask them to do a thing with you. The worst they can say is no. And you might be a little sad to hear it, but you're not going to die. It's going to be okay, right? So just reach out to people. I, for the longest time, was like, Jenna Moresi got me into AuthorTube. And, she's this hot topic of conversation fairly regularly. And I from the beginning of starting this channel, I was always like, she's not going to want to come on why would she want to come on my channel? And then a former guest of Livestream Sunday alumni who began a podcast after being on my show, I'm not jealous, reached out to her and she said yes, and she's been on his podcast now. And I asked him, I was like, dude, how'd you get Jenna Moresi on your podcast? And he was like, I just asked her. I reached out on Instagram. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. All we got to do is ask people. Look for Jenna Moresi Season 5 of Livestream Sunday. All right. The chat's been moving. Let's get caught up with the chat. I don't have a problem sparking conversations with strangers. I'll talk to anyone, much to my husband's dismay. Shoot your shot. If you don't ask, it'll be an automatic no. One of those kids who begged the teacher to let me work alone. Hasn't done me favors as a teacher or writer. We live and we learn, Jenna. We live and we learn. So sorry to be late for this. Busy recording Sunday, but glad I could catch the end. Hey, man, welcome. Our guests couldn't be here today, so it's just my ugly mug. Ask me questions. Welcome. Enjoy. We're still here for another 20 minutes. That Barrett Laurie is an ass hat. I don't know what Barrett's on today, but I like it, and I hope he has more. Who's the alumni? I'm not. Oh, yes, it's let me pull up his podcast here so you guys can see it. He has not just a he does what I do. It's a podcast, but he also has a video version that he puts up on YouTube. Bear with me. I'm gonna find it. It's called Scribbled Notes. Scribbled Notes podcast. All right. And here we go. I'm just going to share this tab. Scribbled Notes. There it is. All right. Here we go. So, come on. All right. Here we go. Scribbled Notes. Very cool podcast. This is our boy here. And his videos will lead you to the Jenna Moresi episode, which is very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. So, go check it out. Scribbled Notes podcast will get you there on YouTube. Here. Stop screen share. All right. What's next, guys? What's next? Probably call it. No, it's not. Gotta run. All right, buddy. We love you too. Thanks for the laughs. Thanks for the yucks. All right, y'all. We have a few minutes left. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about to run this out? I'm sorry that I didn't have something prepared. It was very last minute that I had to become this. Let's see. Let's switch to rock. StreamYard, man. You're not giving me a lot to work with. All right. Guys, a reminder. Discount code BLINDSPOT for 20% off anything and everything in the store. Use that at will from now through May 3rd when we have the interview with Kent Sean. At that point, there will probably be a new discount code, so keep an eye out. Don't hold out. It's probably going to be the same 20%. Oh, we're getting to the big questions now. I just saw it on my other screen. Let's get to it. Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask? Martin, I don't know enough about you and your Legend of Zelda history to know how you're going to fall on this. For me, it's Ocarina of Time all the way, hands down, no contest. And here's why. Every Legend of Zelda 3D game that I've played since Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64, every single one, I have played over and over and over and over and over again. I have beat them over and over and over again, and I'll go back years later and play them again and again and again. I played Majora's Mask through once. I beat the boss and didn't even have the whole completionist thing of I gotta do everything. I just dropped it right there and I never went back. I was very young and maybe it was too dark for me, but I don't think that that's it because I like very dark content. I always have, and I don't think that that's it. I wonder about it. I think about going back as an adult and playing Majora's Mask and seeing if I'm wrong about it and that it's a great game. But I remember my main point of annoyance with it was the 3-day cycle. I hated everything about living the same thing over and over again. It was the worst. I do not like Majora's Mask. You can take my Legend of Zelda card away if you like, but that's how I feel. Coke or Pepsi? Neither. I don't drink any sodas. I never have. My parents never let me have it when I was young, And when I got old enough to make decisions for myself, I tried it once and never tried it again. I didn't like it. I don't like soda. I don't like the fizzy. It's the same reason I don't drink beer. I don't like the carbonated fizzy thing. It's very unnatural, and it concerns me. Um, Ocarina of Time for the win. Hands down, right? Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone on this. Ocarina of Time, my people. I love it. I love it. I completed Ocarina of Time. It took me 18 years. Did it really? Not me, man. No, thank you. I don't really do speedruns. I'm not that kind of gamer. Nothing against them. Have fun. Play your game how you want to play them. I like games with really full stories, and so I like to, kind of live out the game at its pace, let things unfold the way they should. I'm not a big speedrun fan. Pepsi with lemon. Coke is my poison. Books by Adrian. You may want to give Majora's Mask another try because you miss a lot if you only beat the game. I'm sure you do, but I didn't like what I played. So someone telling me, hey man, there's more. I'm like, yeah, more of stuff I don't like. I'm stubborn. Maybe someday I'll play it. I never felt compelled to finish Majora's Mask or Wind Waker. Maybe one day. Wind Waker I love. I feel it's underrated. It has one of my favorite boss battles, like final boss battles in all of Zelda. Right up there with Twilight Princess. Really, really good one. Majora's Mask. Anyway, Wind Waker is definitely one that if you haven't finished, I would. And also it depends on how far you get, because there's a certain point in that game where it turns, for me anyway, from fun Zelda stuff to holy shit, it's getting real now. Like there's a turn. So if you haven't gotten there yet, play Wind Waker. You'll like it. I don't like any soda. Soda sucks. There's a hidden temple behind a waterfall I completely missed on my first playthrough. Okay, but if you completely missed it, that means it wasn't essential to completing the game. So then who cares? I'm being a jerk about it, but it's just only because I hate Majora's Mask. Mr. Ben Pick here will be our guest next week on Livestream Sunday, barring any emergencies, of course. And now I know who to email for my Gamer Nerd author panel. Yeah. But again, I'm not a hardcore gamer nerd the way other people are. I'm a hardcore Zelda gamer nerd on the 3D platforms. I haven't played any of the 2D games, which, I'm not necessarily ashamed of. I don't feel the need to course correct that. But I just love those 3D platformers, man. They're the best. 2 for 2 with you there. There you go. Do love a bit of effervescence. Ah, man, dude. Okay, so a little story time for me. When I was a little kid, we had a Nintendo. By the time everybody else had like Super Nintendos already, I had a Nintendo and a little box TV in our basement that I would go and play Nintendo in. And I had, classic Mario and the Duck Hunt, but I had this really great Batman game that it was based off the movie. Anyway, I never got a Super Nintendo. One of my friends at the time had one, and I would just go over his house and play whatever I wanted to play with him. So I never got a Super Nintendo. But when Nintendo 64 came around, I remember at first everybody getting really hyped about it, everybody having one, and me not having one for the longest time. And the only friend I knew that had one lived very, very far away. So I visited very seldomly and would get very small like tastes of what the Nintendo 64 could offer. I remember watching him play Star Fox 64, and my mind was blown. And then one Christmas, man, there it was. My parents got me a 64, and I'll tell you what, man, I never looked back. I've had every Nintendo console since then, and I freaking love Zelda, man. I remember I got when I got the Nintendo 64, the first game they got me was Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Mario and Star Fox, and the first thing I played was Ocarina of Time. Changed my life, man. Changed my life. Mario Kart 64. Yup. Had that as well. Had that as well. Classic. Which driver do we play as on Mario Kart 64? I am usually Link from Zelda. But it depends on the track and who I'm playing against. If I'm playing against my sister, she always chooses very light, very fast characters. So I have to choose a very light, fast character just to keep up with her and have a chance at beating her. If I'm playing with my father, for example, he's more of a what's it called, those crash carts. What are they? Oh man, bumper cars. He's more of a bumper cars kind of player. So I'll go for the heavy guys. I'll go for like a Bowser or a Donkey Kong to like be solid and bump him around. So strategic, but usually I'm Link. Yeah. I like point and click adventure. Really, no, not really for me. I love things with really intricate stories. The Zelda games, for example, adventure, open world. Whenever there is the opportunity for open world, I love that. But one of the best games I ever played was The Last of Us on PlayStation. My sister had a PlayStation, and I played it, and it was incredible. The Batman Arkham games are also incredible. I love playing those. I've never played the Sony Spider-Man games. They look incredible. I can't wait to play them. But I used to love the Spider-Man games on Nintendo 64 and on GameCube. GameCube had a really good one. I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man. It was really good. Yoshi or Toad, fast little buggers. Final Fantasy. See, I want to be a Final Fantasy gamer, but every time I log in and I start playing, and it takes so much time to. I don't know. I don't know what it is that hasn't grabbed me yet. I remember World of Warcraft grabbed me back in the day. And I think maybe the fact that Final Fantasy just feels, at least the one that I've played, feels almost exactly like it. Maybe that's why it hasn't grabbed me. I haven't gotten to what makes it special yet, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Toad or Bowser? See, opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah, wildly out of control. Yep. Ginny! I had a Super NES, and the only Zelda game I've played is A Link to the Past. What a masterpiece. I have not played A Link to the Past. Which FF is your fave? Oh, Final Fantasy. Oh, which Final Fantasy is your fave? For some reason, I was like, Fantastic Four? I can't tell if age is 25 or 47. I am 37. I was born in 1984. Yeah. The original version, not the remastered. 7, 8, 9, and 12, huh? Hitting no service area. Bye. Later, Jenna. Nice. Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. There are games before them and after them. I'm always disappointed that no games have done that since. Interesting thought. Yeah. Mario's. Well, you know what? I disagree a little bit because I feel like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild have in many ways done the same thing that 64 and Ocarina of Time did. Those two games, Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time ushered in a new era, right? Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, I feel like closed out an era, so to speak. leaving the door open for something new from both of those series next time. I know that we're getting the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I'm not really counting that as the next Zelda. This is part 2 of this one. When the next Zelda happens, whatever that is, I expect it to be wildly different. Something game changing. All right, guys, we have 5 minutes left in this. We went from networking to straight up Nintendo love, and I am here for it. I got nothing but good thoughts about that. Nothing brings on that level of spectacle as when you first enter Hyrule and Ocarina of Time. Breath of the Wild gets close, bro. But you're right, man. There's something about Ocarina of Time, isn't there? There just is. There's just something so charming about it. Something so epic. So fantastical. For those of you in the chat, is there absolutely anyone at all interested in coming on to Typewriters Podcast and talking a little more in there? If there are yeses, I will go on ahead and do that. If not, then, in the next 4 minutes, we'll bid each other adieu, and I will go and spend time with my family, and there will be no Typewriters Podcast this week. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed that we didn't have our guest. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Okay, yeah, well, it's a very popular character. First time on Hyrule Field blows your mind. The second, how long does this take to cross? Okay. Let me explain to you what kind of gamer I am. This will probably close this out. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has 120 shrines that they're all warp points that you can teleport to, fast travel to, right? There's also like 10 or more towers in the game, also teleport points. There's also 4 temples, the divine beasts, that you can teleport to. You can teleport literally anywhere in that game and never have to walk anywhere. You're always a jump away from wherever you want to be if you teleport. I have 2 play files that I keep going. And one is, my adventure gaming files where I'm actually doing the quests and, playing the story and doing all that stuff and fast traveling when I need to complete a task, whatever. But the other one I call the Woodsman. And the Woodsman is my Breath of the Wild playthrough file where I do not do the story. I'll do the side quests that the NPCs give you, but I don't do the main story. I am a wild man that lives in the woods. I hunt, I gather things, I fight monsters to save people from danger or ones that attack me. I survive in the wild. I power myself up by completing shrines, but I never warp to anywhere. If I am in the desert and I need to get to the northeast corner for some supplies, I've got several days of a journey ahead of me, either on foot or on horseback. I gather supplies, I get ready, I plot my course on my map, and I head out on my journey. And I treat Breath of the Wild like that. That's how I love to play it the most. In that playthrough, I don't get like the superpowers that he gets if you complete the story. So I'm always at a disadvantage against my constantly upping opponents. It makes it harder to play and therefore more fun. That and the mistake of pressing the wrong button when speaking to the owl. Oh my God, bro. Oh, Vietnam flashbacks. Thanks for the show. It's been interesting and fun. Thank you so much, Ginny. I'm sorry that it wasn't more interesting and fun. It was always meant to be. Thanks, Richard. Thank you so much. I did start Breath of the Wild. Seems fun, but I have books to write. Yeah, dude. It's a time suck. And for a long time, it was my biggest, thing to overcome when it came time to getting things done. Yeah. Breath of the Wild is my procrastination demon, but I have harnessed it. I've beaten that. Got it under control. Help save us. Complete the quest. Don't look at me. I'm a woodsman. Exactly. That's exactly right. Again, if somebody's being attacked by a monster, I'll help them. But if they're like, hey, man, we got to beat Ganon. Like, that's not me, man. I'm a woodsman. Once again, got super distracted. My husband is finally home from work, so time to sign off and celebrate. Definitely watching the replay. Have a great night, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Guys, it's 5 p.m. I'm signing off. And I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking around for whatever this turned out to be. Shop at the store, 20% off. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like. For goodness sake, sign up for the newsletter. Join the Tuber Book Club. I'm giving you guys all the reminders. Links are downstairs. All right, y'all. Thanks a lot. Goodbye, goodbye. A natta, if you will. It was a natta. A good chin wag. Brits. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. And till next time, my friends. If I can ever figure out where this button is. Bye.